Have you ever stood in the tension between justice and mercy and wondered where they collide? Exodus 25 doesn't just give us divine interior design plans, it unveils the very architecture of reconciliation. God commands the mercy seat be built, not out of wood, not layered in bronze, but beaten from solid gold. 2 cherubim, forged with wings spread high, gaze downward not in terror, but in awe, shadowing the place where heaven touches down. And it's not symbolic fluff, it's sacred strategy. God says, "There I will meet with you." Not in a field, not on a mountain, but from above the mercy seat. He didn't pick a battlefield or a palace. He picked mercy. That's the meeting place. If that flips your perspective, if it stirs something inside you, then take a moment to hit like or drop a comment. It might feel like a small gesture, but every interaction helps this message find someone who feels too far gone to be met by God. Now imagine this. Under that golden lid sat the tablets of the law, the unbending standard of divine righteousness, a constant reminder that humanity always falls short. But what covers that law? Mercy. Blood was sprinkled on it once a year by the high priest, not as a theatrical gesture, but to make real, tangible atonement. The place where guilt could have been magnified became the very place it was covered, and that's the paradox only God can hold. Judgment below, grace above. Heaven's justice doesn't erase the law, it covers it in mercy. This is where the shadows begin to point toward the substance. Because when Paul writes in Romans 3:25 that God presented Christ as a mercy seat, he uses the Greek word hilasterion. He's pulling the curtain back on the whole Old Testament tabernacle. Jesus isn't a new concept. He's the embodied fulfillment of that golden slab. What the high priest did year after year with the blood of animals, Jesus did once and for all with his own blood. He didn't enter a sanctuary made by human hands. He walked into the heavenly one and laid his blood down where only perfection was allowed. And in doing so, he made a way for heaven to meet earth, not annually, but eternally. But here's the real tension. You and I don't live in the wilderness. We're not camped around a tabernacle. We don't see gold cherubim or sprinkle blood on altars. So where is the mercy seat now? Here's the mystery made plain. It's Christ in you, the hope of glory. The veil has been torn. The meeting place isn't tucked behind curtains anymore. It's alive inside you. The mercy seat didn't disappear. It relocated, and that changes everything. Because now, when you sin, when you fall short, when the weight of the law bears down on you, you don't run to rules or rituals, you run to the mercy that already covered it. So the question is, where do you meet God? Not hypothetically, where do you go when shame creeps in, when the lies scream louder than the truth, when the law condemns? If your answer is anything other than mercy, you're missing the whole point, because God never said, "Meet me when you've cleaned up." He said, "I will meet you above the mercy seat." And that means right now, right here, in the middle of your mess, in the wreckage of your striving, in the disappointment of your best efforts, He is present. The mercy seat is not a relic, it's a reality, not a location, a person. Jesus is the place where justice was satisfied and love overflowed, and in Him, you've got permanent access to the presence. So stop standing outside the veil He already tore. Step in, meet Him in mercy, and know, deep in your soul, that when heaven meets earth, it doesn't demand perfection. It offers presence. You've been invited. Now meet Him there.